In this video, we'll review the Commissions tab within your opportunity. This replaces your green sheets and will be how you communicate the distribution of the commission funds to the MCA department when the commission check arrives from escrow. Once you're within your opportunity, and you have accepted an offer, remember you must accept an offer in the system, telling command that the seller has accepted an offer to unlock the commissions tab. You're then able to click on commissions, and what you have populated into the system thus far will automatically be pulled into the commission section. So in this case, the seller has accepted a cash offer for $410,000. We've identified our commission rate in our opportunity details as 3%, which means a total of $12,300 and one unit will be reported at closing. Down below, the MCA department is put on notice that they should be expecting a check from title for $12,300 on or about December 2nd. Scrolling down further, we've identified that full commission is being attributed to Colleen Gordon, getting full recognition for the full unit, one full unit. Scrolling down further, the system then will automatically calculate your deductions for both royalty and company dollar based on where you're at with your cap. While this system is not 100% live yet and is not giving real actual numbers, the goal is in the future, once they have finalized the commissions tab for the MCA department, this will be real-time information on where you stand with your cap. Scrolling down a bit further, we have deductions for E&O. You have the option to plug in a deduction for KW Cares, KW Kids Can, or Bold Scholarship. And you can add additional deductions by clicking Add Item. This would be if you are in launch and you need to add a launch coaching fee, you can add a deduction. If you have an outside referral fee, you'll click Outside Referral. You'll need to complete all of the items on this section with the exception of the email address for who we're sending that commission to. So it's very important to make sure that you have the other firm's W-9 and your referral agreement handy. Those still need to be turned in under your Documents tab for compliance. However, you'll be adding the details here for the MCA department so they know who to pay and how much to pay. So you'll need to have tax ID information, the brokerage name, address, and a phone number so that we can contact the party if there's any issue with payment. Once you've added all of that information, you'll click Add, and it will add to your deduction list in this section right here, giving you your final check amount. Now, this system is currently assuming that I am the only broker involved in this transaction, so it is giving me full credit for the units and the commission. But if I was co-representing with another broker on this and I needed to add them into the commissions tab for payment, I don't have the option to add another agent because the total payment amount has been distributed. The system says that it should be receiving $12,300 and we've paid out $12,300. The only way to add another agent for payment within this market center is to take either the units or the total commission out of balance. So the amount that is being received from escrow and this number right here being paid to Colleen Gordon need to be adjusted. So we're going to adjust this down and we're going to pay $2,000 to a co-broker who's representing on this transaction. You'll notice I get a red warning bar up at the top as soon as I take it out of balance. No agent or not all money has been paid to the agents. So we're short $2,000 from the amount that's coming in. We can also adjust the units down if there's an agreement between the two brokers that they are sharing the unit and volume credit for this sale. Again, it's going to give us a warning up at the top that the unit values must total 1. When we are out of balance with that red bar at the top, we can then scroll down to the bottom and click Add Agent. This enables us to add another agent to this transaction. Oh, I wanted to add James, but I can't. So we'll go back to my go-to. I've been adding Adam Buchanan to a lot of test green sheets. Congratulations, Adam. Click Add, and then we'll see another sheet for us to complete specifically for Adam. So Adam's going to get credit for half of the units. So I'm willing to share half the units and volume with him, but he's only getting $2,000 of the commission. Once I make those two changes, my transaction is now back in balance. I have accounted for all of the money coming from escrow between these two brokers. Scrolling down, if there are any additional items that need to be added to Adam's deductions, we can do that here. If there were a third agent that needed to be added, again, we can only add additional agents if we're out of balance. So we would need to change this amount from 2,000 to 1,000, and now we're queued to add another agent in order to get rid of our warning bar and be back in balance with this transaction. We'll take Adam back to 2,000. And our transaction is balanced. I do want to share that the system right now is auto plugging in for every agent involved in the transaction a $35 E&O fee. However, KWRP's policy regarding E&O has not changed. We will only be charging one E&O fee per side. So if there are multiple agents being paid out on a particular commissions tab, please make sure that Jody knows how you would like to have that E&O deduction handled. It can be split between the parties, or it can be applied all to one agent, whichever you prefer. Just make sure you've communicated that information to Jody. I do want to point out that there is an add co-broker payment up here at the top. Please don't get confused. This is not an opportunity to add additional agents to your commission breakdown. This is for states that have the entire commission, the entire brokerage fee paid to the listing firm, and then the listing firm pays the buyer's agent firm directly. We don't do that. In Oregon and in Washington, everything is cut from escrow and goes to the appropriate company. So we will never use the add co-broker payment as an option. The only way to pay an additional KWRP broker on your commissions tab is to take your commission out of balance so that you can then add an additional agent at the bottom.